manager.
Discuss the major elements of the paragraph. Okay, so we observe the two different paragraphs. So what are the differences? Level of these and what are the not so okay. We will try to make this sound better. There are two important things. There are disturbances. Okay, how is it now? Can you hear me properly? This may sound okay. Can you hear me? Okay, I'll increase my volume. Okay. Okay, how is it now? Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Okay. Okay. Okay, can you hear me now? Is it better or is it bad? Is my voice now audible? Okay. Is my voice audible now? Am I audible now? Okay, can you hear me now? Yes. Okay. Everyone, Lakshmi, can you hear me? Yes, there is a disturbance. I will try to rectify that because we are sitting in the staff room. that is why there is a disturbance. I'll try to check it out. So I'll try to rectify in between, but if it is too bad, please let me know. കേൾക്കുന്ന തീരെ മോശമാണെങ്കിൽ ഒന്ന് പറയണം. I think it's now slightly better. Okay. Is it better now? Yeah, thank you for that response. Lakshmi and Lakshmi. Okay. So we were discussing writing skills in the previous class, and in that we just to give you a recap of what we were talking about, we gave the examples of two paragraphs. Okay, we saw two paragraphs. One paragraph which is very properly written, and the other paragraph which was not written at all. So the other paragraph is not properly written. So the differences between the two paragraphs were that there are four major elements which was differing between these two paragraphs. Okay, the first thing was that the well-written paragraph had a title. Okay. Second one is that there was the first sentence of the paragraph actually gave you the idea of what the whole paragraph is. So the first sentence is called the topic sentence, and the third major element of the paragraph is that it has got connectors, so that the paragraph is well organized. So these connectors are called anchors. They are also called push markers. So we find these things also there in a well-written paragraph. The last important thing is that a well-written paragraph has got a good conclusion. These are the four major elements that you will find in any well-written paragraph. Okay, these are the four elements. These are the four elements: title, topic, linkers, connectors, discourse markers, and the fourth one is conclusion. So we saw that this is the structure. So that is what we discussed in the previous class. Today we will see how we can write. So we know that this is the structure of a well-written paragraph. So today we are going to see how we ourselves can write such a good paragraph. How can we write such a well-organized, systematic, structured paragraph? This is what we are going to see today. And that is what is done here on the screen. We have the activity 5. He says mobile phones have become an integral part of our life. It has both merits and demerits. We should know how to use it properly. Let's write a paragraph on uses of mobile. So this is the task that we have to do. The title of the paragraph will be uses of mobile. So if you are given just immediately, if you are given a title and you are asked to write a paragraph on that, is it possible to immediately write a paragraph? ഒരു ടോപ്പിക് തന്ന ഉടനെ തന്നെ ഒരു പാരഗ്രാഫ് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റും? Is it possible? ടോപ്പിക് തന്ന ഉടനെ പെട്ടെന്ന് ഒരു പാരഗ്രാഫ് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റും? സ്വർണ്ണ The question is it possible to immediately write a paragraph just as you get the topic? പെട്ടെന്നൊരു ടോപ്പിക് തന്നാൽ ഒരു പാരഗ്രാഫ് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കാര്യമാണോ പോസിബിൾ? Hello. Can you hear me? How is it now? Time in the background. Yeah, now. Anyway, there is one problem or the other. Can you be clear now? Hello. Hello. Can you hear now? Hello. 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 Okay. Can you hear me? Hmm. Hello. Hello. Can you hear now? Hello. 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 Okay. Okay. Let me know if you are not able to hear. I think it's not audible. So we were talking about how to write a good paragraph. So it says again there is some problem. There is a problem, or voice problem. Is there any voice problem now, or are you able to hear properly? Okay. Hello. 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 Better I use the phone mic for the time being. We'll work on this later. I'm using the phone mic now. So you'll be able to hear. Now you're able to hear now. That disturbance is now off. Now it must be much better. Is it now clear? Yeah. Hello. 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 Okay. Okay. Fine. 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 Thank you. Every day there is one problem or the other. The last class it was the internet that was the problem. Today it is the sound. Hmm. Anyway, take it in its stride. Okay, so this is all in the game. Okay, so this is the problem with technology also. Sometimes technology will not work as we expect it to work. So, okay, thank you for those responses. So we today we are going to learn how to write a paragraph. One second. One second. Okay, there was a notice about Women's Day celebrations today. There was a program today at the auditorium at 12 o'clock. So I was going through that notice. So wish you all a very happy Women's Day. So you are all wonderful women. So I wish you all a very happy Women's Day. I should have said it in the beginning. Anyhow, better late than never. So let us come back to the paragraph. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes. So suppose we are given a topic to write. Here it is a very easy topic, but suppose you get a very slightly different topic to write. So immediately as you get the topic, is it possible for you to write a paragraph? The topic the ഉടനെ ഒരു പാരഗ്രാഫ് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റുമോ? Is it possible, yes or no? ഒരു ടോപ്പിക്ക് കിട്ടിയ ഉടനെ ഒരു പാരഗ്രാഫ് ഒക്കെ എഴുതാൻ പറ്റുമോ? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Very good. So many people have responded. No, it is a very big no. You can't write. അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞ ഉടനെ പാരഗ്രാഫ് എഴുതണമെങ്കിൽ you should be some great writer. Even great writers find it difficult to write. Writers തന്നെ വർഷങ്ങളെടുത്താണ് ഒരു പുസ്തകമൊക്കെ എഴുതുന്നത്. So it is not possible to immediately write a paragraph. So what does it require? Like we talked about presentations. Like we talked about how to present an idea before the audience. Even paragraph writing requires a lot of planning, or rather thinking. You have to think. When you get a topic, first you have to think. So a lot of thinking is required. Only when you think after, exactly, yes, we need some time to understand. Yes, Rajalakshmi, you're right. We need to get some time to get the idea of the topic and to write the sentence appealing to others. That is right. So thinking, there is a lot of thinking involved. We have to think a lot before we have to we can write something. So a lot of thinking is involved in paragraph writing. So that is what here is referred to as brainstorming. So that is the first step. So storm is a strong wind. Okay, storm means a strong wind. So when you create a storm in your brain, what does it mean? We are trying to bring out the ideas that are hidden inside the crevices of our brain. So there are many crevices in our brain. Okay. So there are small spaces in between our brain cells where there are a lot of ideas which are hidden. So what we try to do is we try to bring out those ideas and try to write them into paper. So such ideas which are hidden in the crevices of our brain, our effort to bring them out, this process is called brainstorming. It is nothing but thinking. So when you get a topic, you start thinking about that topic. That is called brainstorming. You focus only on that topic and start thinking only on that topic. And that process is called brainstorming. How is it done? It has a particular format. It has a particular method. There is a method by which we do brainstorming. So that is what we are going to learn now. How to do brainstorming is what we will learn now. Okay. See, this is the first step, that is brainstorm. So as Rajalakshmi said, we need to understand the topic before we write. We have to think about the topic. And then what should you do? We should write down those ideas that come to your mind. So there is a diagram which you can see on the right hand side. What does it look like? You can see that it looks like a sun. Okay, it has the shape of a sun. It has the shape of a sun. Yes, Sri Lakshmi PN, it has the shape of a sun. And you can see that the topic is written in the center of the sun, and there are some rays which are pointed outwards. Those rays will be the ideas that we note down around the sun. Because it is in the shape of a sun, such ideas that we write as in the shape of the sun, they are called word suns or Padasuryan. മലയാളത്തിൽ പദസൂര്യൻ എന്ന് നമ്മൾ അതിനെ വിളിക്കും. So what is the benefit of it? We are able to gather or collect a lot of ideas. So this is the benefit of drawing such a word sun. We are able to gather and collect a lot of ideas. So many ideas. You will get a lot of ideas. Okay. So these ideas, what will we do? We think we get one idea, immediately we write down as one ray. Another idea we get, we will immediately write down as the next ray. So these rays of the sun are the ideas. Okay, these rays of the sun are the ideas, and we get as many rays as the number of ideas that we have. So if I have 10 ideas which I got from my mind after brainstorming, I will have 10 rays in my sun. If I have only 5 rays in my sun, that means I have got only 5 ideas. Does not matter. Even if you have just 2 or 3 ideas, we have to draw them as rays of the sun. In fact, it is not the number of ideas that matter, and it is the way in which you write the paragraph that is more important. So even if you have very few ideas, if you can present those ideas in a neat manner, that is a very good way of writing a paragraph. So once you do brainstorming and you get a lot of ideas as the rays of the sun, so they are just written as points. So we don't write them as full sentences in this word sun. So when you draw the word sun and draw the rays, we don't write them as full sentences. We just write them as points. ഒന്നോ രണ്ടോ വാക്കിൽ മാത്രമാണ് നമ്മളത് ആ റേസിൽ രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുന്നത്. So after we have drawn the sun and after we have marked these ideas, the next task is to organize these ideas. So the first idea that came to my mind may not be the most important idea. It may be a less important idea. I may only after some time I will get the most important idea. So we have to organize these ideas. So what do? I will number these rays. Okay. So if you look at these rays, I will so here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rays are there. So I will number these rays. So this might become the first idea, and this might be the second idea, this might be the third idea, and this might be the fourth idea, depending upon their importance. ആദ്യം വന്നതെന്നുള്ള നിലയ്ക്കല്ല, ഏതിനാണ് കൂടുതൽ പ്രാധാന്യം എന്നുള്ള നിലയ്ക്ക് ഈ രശ്മികളെ, അതായത് ഈ സൂര്യൻ്റെ രശ്മികളെ നമ്മൾ പല അക്കങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ട് രേഖപ്പെടുത്തും. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് ഓർഗനൈസിങ് ദി ഐഡിയാസ്. സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദി ബെനിഫിറ്റ് ഓഫ് ഡൂയിങ് ദാറ്റ്? By organizing such ideas, we are able to organize our paragraph also. So when writing the paragraph, we again do not have to think about the structure of the paragraph. So that is the benefit of numbering the rays. So once you number the rays, another thing if you can do, if you are not doing it as an individual activity, if you are doing it as a group activity, the second step that you can do is to share your ideas with your group members. Okay. So what happens? I will have more rays in my sun. If I share with my friends, what will happen? I will get more ideas for my word sun. So there will be some ideas which I thought of, my friends did not think about. There will be some ideas my friends thought about which I never thought of. So all these ideas can be gathered together and you have a large number of ideas. So two heads are better than one എന്ന് പറയും ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ. സോ അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഒരുമിച്ചിരുന്ന് ആലോചിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന ആശയങ്ങൾ ഒരുപാടാണ്. തന്നെ ഇരുന്ന് ആലോചിച്ച് കിട്ടുന്നതിനേക്കാളും ധാരാളം ആശയങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് ഒരുമിച്ചിരുന്ന് ആലോചിക്കുമ്പോൾ കിട്ടും. സോ ഷെയറിംഗ് ഓഫ് ഐഡിയാസ് ഇസ് എ ഗുഡ് എക്സസൈസ് ഇഫ് യു ആർ ഡൂയിങ് ഇറ്റ് ആസ് എ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ആക്ടിവിറ്റി. So then the next thing that we have to do is we have to organize our paragraph in this format. What is that format? It should have a title, it should have a topic sentence, it should have linkers, connectors, and of course it should have a conclusion. So title we already have, the uses of mobile phones. അതാണ് ആ വേർഡ്സിൻ്റെ സെൻറ്ററിൽ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ എഴുതി വെച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. So you write that title, then you need a topic sentence. Okay, so you write the topic sentence. ചിലപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ വേർഡ്സിൽ തന്നെ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടാവും അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ടോപ്പിക് സെൻറ്റൻസ്. And you begin your paragraph with that topic sentence. After that, the next rays of the sun, the other rays of the sun, according to the order, we have numbered the rays. According to the numbers in the rays, you have to write them as full sentences. Those will be the step 4 supporting details. So the step 4 supporting details will be written. How will it be written? It will be written with the rays of the sun. A rays of the sun and number ചെയ്തതിനനുസരിച്ച് we have to write them as full sentences. Those will be the supporting details. Then what do? These sentences that we have written should be connected to make it more coherent. Okay, so coherent means connected. Okay, so how do we connect? By using connectors or linkers or discourse markers. Some examples are given there. First of all, then, moreover, finally, therefore, but, in addition to, etc. So what is the function of these connectors? these connectors help us to connect one idea in a sentence with the idea in the next sentence. അല്ലാതെ സെൻറ്റൻസസ് എല്ലാം വേറെ വേറെ നിൽക്കാതെ ഇത് തമ്മിലൊരു ബന്ധമുണ്ട് എന്ന് തോന്നുന്ന രീതിയിൽ ഈ വാചകങ്ങളെല്ലാം തമ്മിൽ കോർത്തിണക്കുന്ന കണ്ണികളാണ് ഈ കണക്ടേഴ്സ്. That is the function done by linkers or connectors or discourse markers. So what do? They actually connect the ideas from one sentence into the other. And then what happens? Then there is coherence in the paragraph. There is a proper logical sequencing in the paragraph. So that is why it is said that all the sentences will develop the idea in a logical order. So that is the benefit of using these connectors. Okay, then what should we do? We have to write a proper concluding sentence. So that brings us to the fourth step in writing a paragraph. So first step is writing a title. Second step, you should have a topic sentence. That is, the first sentence should be about the topic of the paragraph. Then we have linkers or connectors or discourse markers. And then last we have the conclusion. So how do we write the conclusion? We can use some connectors like in short, to conclude, to sum up, or even just finally. Finally എന്ന് യൂസ് ചെയ്യാം. Some such suitable connector can be used to conclude the paragraph. Okay, then we can complete our. So now the paragraph becomes complete once we use a suitable concluding sentence. We have a proper conclusion. We have a proper ending for the paragraph. So now our paragraph is now complete. So this is how we should write a paragraph. And there is now a checklist which is given at the end on how good our paragraph is. Okay, so this is what we should check after writing a paragraph. First, whether the paragraph begins with a topic sentence, yes or no? Should the paragraph begin with a topic sentence? Yes, very good. Supporting details in the paragraph give more information about the topic sentence. Correct. Yes, that is also yes. So the rest of the sentences in the paragraph should actually be building upon the topic sentence. My paragraph ends with a sentence which sums up the whole idea in the paragraph. Conclusion sentence ഒരു സമ്മിങ് അപ്പ് സെന്റൻസ് ആയിരിക്കണം. മൊത്തത്തിലുള്ള പാരഗ്രാഫിനെ ഒന്ന് ചുരുക്കി കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് അതിൻ്റെ ആശയത്തിനെ മുഴുവൻ പരിസമാപ്തിയിൽ എത്തിക്കുന്ന രീതിയിലായിരിക്കണം. So that is the function of the concluding sentence. So that also yes. Each sentence begins with a yes, Rajalakshmi. Each sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. Yes, Sri Lakshmi, that's right. So now we have to take care of our punctuation. Okay. So punctuation under. Then we have to take care of spelling. Okay, and the last element, each sentence has subject verb agreement. So that is called the grammar of the sentence. അതായത് സിംഗുലർ സബ്ജക്റ്റ് ആണെങ്കിൽ സിംഗുലർ വേർബ് ആയിരിക്കണം, പ്ലൂറൽ സബ്ജക്റ്റ് ആണെങ്കിൽ പ്ലൂറൽ വേർബ് ആയിരിക്കണം. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, ഹീ കംസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഹീ സിംഗുലർ ആണ്, അപ്പോൾ വേർബ് സിംഗുലർ വേർബാണ്, ഹീ കംസ് ആണ്. അതിനെ മറിച്ച് പ്ലൂറൽ ആണെങ്കിൽ ദേ ആണെങ്കിൽ ദേ കം എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ പറയാം. ഓക്കെ, സോ വൈ ഇസ് ഇറ്റ് ഹീ കംസ് ആൻഡ് ദേ കം? കാരണം എന്താണ്? ഹീ ഈസ് സിംഗുലർ. സിംഗുലർ ആണുമ്പോൾ വേർബ് സിംഗുലർ ആയിരിക്കും. ഹീ കംസ് ദേ കം. എങ്ങനെ ഓർക്കുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാണ്? ഹൗ ക്യാൻ യു റിമെമ്പർ ഇറ്റ്? സിംഗുലർ ആണെങ്കിൽ വേർബിന് സ് സൗണ്ട് ഉണ്ടാവും, സിംഗുലർ ആവുമ്പോൾ സ് സൗണ്ട് ഉണ്ടാവും. സോ ഹീ ആണെങ്കിൽ ഹീ കംസ്. പ്ലൂറൽ ആണെങ്കിൽ സ് സൗണ്ട് വരില്ല. സിംഗുലർ ആണെങ്കിൽ സിംഗുലർ സ് എന്ന് ഓർത്താൽ മതി, സിംഗുലർ സ്. അപ്പൊ സിംഗുലർ ആണെങ്കിൽ സ് സൗണ്ട് ഉണ്ടാവും വേർബിന്, പ്ലൂറൽ ആണെങ്കിൽ സ് സൗണ്ട് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. സോ ദേ കം, ഹീ കംസ്. So this is called a subject verb agreement. This is the
grammar aspect. So the three things we have to remember is spelling, punctuation, spelling, and grammar. ഇത് മൂന്നും നമ്മൾ ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യണം. Whether our paragraph has punctuation, good punctuation, proper spelling, and proper grammar. And ഗ്രാമറിൽ ഏറ്റവും ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആസ്പെക്ട് സബ്ജക്റ്റ് വേർബ് എഗ്രിമെൻ്റ് ആണ്. That is, singular subject will have a singular verb, plural subject will have a plural verb. So അതിൻ്റെ എക്സാമ്പിൾ നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞു, he comes, they come. ഇതിന് എക്സെപ്ഷൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. എക്സെപ്ഷൻ ഉണ്ട്, ലൈക്ക് എവറി റൂൾ ഹാസ് ആൻ എക്സെപ്ഷൻ. ഇതിൽ എക്സെപ്ഷനുള്ള രണ്ട് സബ്ജക്ട്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഐയും യുവും ആണ്. ഐയും യുവും വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സിംഗുലർ ആണെങ്കിലും സ് സൗണ്ട് വരില്ല. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വി സേ ഐ കം, യു കം. സോ ആ റൂളിൻ്റെ എക്സെപ്ഷനാണത്. ഹീ കംസ്, ദേ കം എന്നാണെങ്കിലും ഐ ആണെങ്കിൽ ഐ കം, യു കം എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് പറയുക. സിംഗുലർ ആണെങ്കിൽ പോലും നമ്മൾ that is an exception to the rule. He comes, they come, exception ഐയും യു ആണ്. I come, you come. So these are the things we have to take care of. So when we closely analyze every paragraph that we have written like this, there is less chance for errors or mistakes. So we can write a good paragraph. അല്ലാതെ പെട്ടെന്ന് ഒരു ടോപ്പിക് കിട്ടിയ ഉടനെ ഒരു പാരഗ്രാഫ് എഴുതിയാൽ ഒരിക്കലും. So we need to think, to do a lot of thinking, that is called brainstorming. After brainstorming, we have to organize these ideas. After organizing these ideas, we have to give a title. After giving a title, we have to write a topic sentence, and then we have to take the rays of the sun and expand them into sentences by properly organizing these sentences. And these sentences should be connected together by using proper linkers or connectors. And finally, the paragraph should be concluded by using a concluding sentence. So this is the way we write a sentence, a paragraph. So you can also share. So once you have written the paragraph, the polishing of the paragraph into the best can be done by sharing it in groups. So there will be some things that which you didn't notice, but the others will notice. So it is always good to share an idea with your groups so that they will find out some errors which we may not have noticed. So what is the benefit of that? The benefit is the second point. We can modify your writing. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എഴുതിയത് ഒരിക്കലും it is never final. We can always modify it and make it much more better. So the benefit is that you can make it better and then present it before the class so that others also benefit from the ideas that you have gathered. So it is always better to share the ideas that we gather, so that by sharing we learning. So learning happens by sharing. Sharing and learning are actually things that go hand in hand. So that brings us to the end of the chapter, as well as the end of the module. So here we have, at the end of every module, we have what is known as a page called My Word List. These are the spaces provided at the end of every module. What you can do is, you can write down the new words that you have learned in this module and their meaning. So it helps us to pick up new words. Okay. For example, you learned this word jargon. You can write it down. What is the meaning of the word jargon? Like that, whatever new words you may encounter in the module, it may be ഗ്ലോസറിയിൽ കുറച്ച് വേർഡ്സ് ഉണ്ടാവും. അത് കൂടാതെ കോർടെക്സ്റ്റിൽ കുറച്ച് വാക്കുകൾ ഓൾറെഡി ഫുട് നോട്ടിലുണ്ട്. അത് കൂടാതെ പുതിയ ഒരുപാട് വാക്കുകൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ മോഡ്യൂളിൽ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. അതൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് അവിടെ എഴുതി വെക്കാനും. So it actually builds our vocabulary. We actually enrich our vocabulary by writing down such words. So this is also a way in which you can personalize your textbook. Your textbook is not something to be kept aside without writing anything. You have to write a lot in the book. It is not a text, just a textbook. It is also an activity book. So you have to write a lot in that. So don't leave this page blank. Write and fill it up with all the new words. അപ്പോൾ ആ മോഡ്യൂളിൽ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് പറയുന്ന പല വാക്കുകളും നമുക്ക് പുതിയ വാക്കുകളായിരിക്കും. Find out their meaning and write them down there. At the end of each module, you will have a a new set of words that you have learned. So every day we should make it a point to learn at least one word a day. So that is the way in which we can enrich our vocabulary. So it is called, the process is called, this is actually a slogan which every language learner should make it their own. That is, we should learn at least one word a day. One word a day. So every day if you can learn a new word, you actually can learn at least 365 words every year. Okay, apart from നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കുന്നത് കൂടാതെ വേറെ പല വാക്കുകൾ നമ്മൾ അതാത് ദിവസം പഠിക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ അത് കൂടാതെ നമ്മളായിട്ട് കുറേ വാക്കുകൾ ഡെയിലി പഠിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ at the end of 1 year you have learned more than 365 words. So that is the benefit of learning new words in a year. So we move on to the next module, that is the third module. It is titled Sports Smiles. I'll just begin this module and then we will continue with it. The title is very interesting. The title of this module is very interesting. As the title indicates, it is all about sports. തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും സ്പോർട്സിനെ കുറിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളതാണ്. യു ക്യാൻ സീ ദി പിക്ചർ ഓഫ് ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് കൈൻഡ്സ് ഓഫ് ബോൾസ് ആൻഡ് things. So it is about sports, and it is actually a blend word. It is actually, the title is actually a blend of two words. Blending means joining of two words. You can even read it as three words. Okay, one word that you have there is sports. The other word, can you find out the other words? It is actually a blend of three words. Smiles ഉണ്ട്. Very good, very good, very good. Very nice, very nice. Yes, Shrishma. Milesum ഉണ്ട്. Okay, that is Rajalakshmi. അത് മൂന്ന് വാക്കാണ്. സ്പോർട്സ് ഉണ്ട്, സ്മൈൽസ് ഉണ്ട്, മൈൽസും ഉണ്ട്. Okay. സോ യെസ്, സ്പോർട്ട്, സ്മൈല്, മൈൽസ്, മൂന്ന് വാക്കുകളെയും കൂടി ബ്ലെൻഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടുള്ളതാണ് ഈ സ്പോർട്സ് സ്മൈൽസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ടൈറ്റിൽ. ഇറ്റ് ആക്ച്വലി കൺവേസ് എ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് തിങ്സ്. It says that it is actually, if you are engaged in some kind of sport every day, it actually brings happiness into your mind. That is the smile that you get in your mind. So if you practice some kind of sport every day, it actually brings in happiness in your mind. So that is the meaning of sports smiles. It can make your mind happy. A healthy mind in a healthy body. There is a saying, if you have a healthy mind, you will have a healthy body. Similarly, if you have a healthy body, you will have a healthy mind. So sport has got a lot of significance. That is why even in our syllabus, you will find that there is a paper on health and physical education. You know, the paper നമുക്കുണ്ട്, HPE എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ, we have in the first year itself, health and physical education. So why has it been included even in the syllabus? Because healthy mind can only happen in a healthy body. So sport is, engaging in some kind of sports is necessary to build and maintain good health. Health includes both physical and mental health. So it is not enough to have just physical health. Our mind should also be healthy. How do we judge whether our mind is healthy? Whether we are able to remain peaceful, whether we are able to remain happy, whether we are able to interact well with others, whether we are able to maintain happiness inside ourselves and with others that who interact with us, then we can know that our mind is healthy. So if our mind is not healthy, we should make it healthy. We should not remain sad. So for this, what will help? Sports will help. Sports has got a lot of role in maintaining a healthy mind and a healthy body. So that is the meaning of the smiles here. Another thing is about the miles. Okay, it can take you a long way in our life. Okay, if you have a good healthy body and a healthy mind, it can take you miles into the future. Okay, miles is here indicates the distance into the future. that you can travel. You can go a long distance into the future happily if you follow the sports in the right attitude. So this is the theme which is dealt with in this whole module. അപ്പോൾ ഈ മൂന്നാമത്തെ മോഡ്യൂളിൻ്റെ മുഴുവൻ തീം സ്പോർട്സ് ആയിരിക്കും, ഇൻക്ലൂഡിങ് ദി കോർ ടെക്സ്റ്റ്. കോർ ടെക്സ്റ്റ് അതിൻ്റെ ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ് എല്ലാം സ്പോർട്സിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളതായിരിക്കും. So we will find, so there are not anyone who is not interested in sports. എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്പോർട്സിൽ താല്പര്യം ഉണ്ടാവും. ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന ഗെയിംസ് ഡിഫറെൻ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും. ചിലപ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് ക്രിക്കറ്റാണ് ഇഷ്ടമെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഫുട്ബോൾ ആയിരിക്കും ഇഷ്ടം, വേറൊരാൾക്ക് ചെസ് ആയിരിക്കും, വേറൊരാൾക്ക് വോളിബോൾ ആയിരിക്കും, വേറൊരാൾക്ക് സ്കേറ്റിംഗ് ആയിരിക്കും, ബാഡ്മിൻ്റൺ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നവരുണ്ടാവും. ബട്ട് എവരിബഡി വിൽ ലൈക്ക് വൺ സ്പോർട്ട് ഓർ ദി അതർ, isn't it? Yes. So that is the theme of this module. Thank you for those responses. So here it begins with a quote from Haywood Brown. Okay. It says, sports do not build character. They reveal it. Haywood Brown, he's a journalist, an American journalist. He was also a sports writer, newspaper columnist and editor. Sports writer കൂടിയായിരുന്നു. So he has said that sports do not build character, they reveal it. അപ്പം നമ്മളുടെ ശരിക്കുള്ള ഒരു ബിഹേവിയർ അറിയണമെങ്കിൽ ഒരാളെ എങ്ങനെ കളിക്കുന്നു എന്ന് നോക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അറിയാൻ പറ്റും. നമ്മൾ കളി സീരിയസ് ആയിട്ട് കളിക്കുമ്പോഴും അതിനെ ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ടുള്ള സീരിയസ്നെസ്സോടുകൂടി എടുക്കുന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ then there is no sportsman spirit. So there is a term called have you heard this term? Have you? Yes. So we will be learning more of this term here. So that is the significance of this quote also, that what you are, what is your character, will be revealed by the way you engage in sports. That is, you will not be too much excited or happy when you win, and you will not be too much depressed when you are failing. That is true sportsman spirit. A balance in your outlook. That is sportsman spirit. Okay. So there are some images which are given below. Some sporting events, you can just go through those events are there. Some are related to, so most of them are related to real life things also. Okay. So all these sporting events are from real life events. So we are engaged in some sort of weightlifting every day. So when you take a bag, it is also a kind of weightlifting. When you travel in a bicycle, that is also a kind of cycling. So we are engaged in some kind of sport every day, though not in the stream of that sport. Okay, so this is what we were talking about. What is sportsmanship and who is a true sportsman? So a true sportsman, as I said, should have balance in her or him, that he or she is not affected too much by success or failure. So you will participate in the game, but we will not be affected too much by success or failure. So that is called true sportsman spirit. Name a sports person who has influenced you the most and why. You have to name a sports person who has influenced you a lot, and you have to tell the reason why you are influenced. Do you have any sports person who has influenced you a lot? You have to give the reason also. Focusing on the third question here, this one. Who is the sports person that has influenced you a lot and why? Anyone can respond. ആർക്കെങ്കിലും പറയാം. മൈക്ക് ഓൺ ചെയ്ത് സംസാരിക്കാം. You can switch on the mic and speak, no problem. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you for the response. So do you have any sports person who has a lot of influence on you? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട ഏതെങ്കിലും സ്പോർട്സ് പേഴ്സൺ ഉണ്ടോ? Okay, Archana. So, yes, thank you, Rajalakshmi. PT Usha, yes. Okay, thank you. Shrishma, Sachin Tendulkar, very good. Very nice. Okay, so reason is also there. Cristiano Ronaldo, because I like football. Thank you, Archana. Rajalakshmi says PT Usha, she is a woman athlete. She has worked hard for her best at sports item. Very good. Rajalakshmi, Shrishma, Sachin Tendulkar. Yes, Trishna, she likes Messi. Yes. So we all have some sports person whom we adore, okay, whom we respect, whom we like. Okay, some qualities in them which might have, like for example, PT Usha. She is from our own land. She was from a very unknown village, in a remote village in Kerala, from the north of Kerala, and a very remote village in Kerala, and she came from a very poor background. Because Rajalakshmi mentioned her, I am speaking about her. I am not much aware of the other players here. But PT Usha, everybody in Kerala might be aware, especially in our childhood, she was a great star. Now she has become a very senior trainer for young students in athletics. So she came from a very poor background, and when she went on to play in the Olympics. So I will conclude today's session by talking about one incident about PT Usha, which actually is very famous in the history of Indian sports. You know, she had participated in the Olympics, and she lost the medal for a very small amount of time. Do you know for how much time she lost the medal in the Olympics? എത്ര സമയത്തിനാണ് മെഡൽ ലൂസ് ചെയ്തത്? അതായത് ഫസ്റ്റും സെക്കൻഡും തേർഡും ആയിട്ടാണ് ഈ തേർഡ് പൊസിഷൻ, അതായത് ബ്രോൺസ് മെഡൽ. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു, ഐ തിങ്ക് ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് ഇൻ ദ 1984 Olympics, a time when you were all not born at all, not even thought of being born. 1984 ആ സമയത്താണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു ഒളിമ്പിക്സ് നടന്ന ഒളിമ്പിക്സിൽ തേർഡ് മെഡൽ, അതായത് ബ്രോൺസ് മെഡൽ നഷ്ടമായത് വളരെ ചെറിയ സമയത്തിനാണ്. എത്ര സമയത്തിനാണ് പോയെന്നറിയോ? Okay, thank you for that response. Very good. At least you respond. Okay, so I'll tell you, it is a very small time. അതായത് രണ്ട് പ്ലെയേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതായത് തേർഡ് പൊസിഷന് വേണ്ടി പി ടി ഉഷയും വേറൊരു പ്ലെയറും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അവർക്ക് ആ തേർഡ് മെഡൽ നഷ്ടമായത് ഫോർ 1/100th of a സെക്കൻഡിനാണ്. രണ്ടുപേരും ക്യാമറ നോക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഏകദേശം ഒരേപോലെയാണ് ഫിനിഷിംഗ് പോയിന്റിൽ കടന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്. ബട്ട് അന്ന് ആദ്യമായി ഒളിമ്പിക്സിൽ ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തതാണ് ഈ ടൈമർ. ഈ 100th സെക്കൻഡിന്റെ 100 വരെ മെഷർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നത് ആ ഒളിമ്പിക്സിലാണ് ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തത്. ആ ഒളിമ്പിക്സിലാണ് പി ടി ഉഷയ്ക്ക് മെഡൽ നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടത്. സോ അതിനുശേഷം എല്ലാ ഒളിമ്പിക്സിലും ഉണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ അന്ന് ഇത്രയും കൃത്യമായിട്ടുള്ള മെഷർമെന്റ് ആദ്യമായിട്ട് വരുന്ന ഒളിമ്പിക്സ് 1984 ഒളിമ്പിക്സ് ആണ്. ആ സമയത്താണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു സമയത്തിന്റെ വില പറയാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പലപ്പോഴും പറയുന്ന ഒരു ഉദാഹരണമാണത്. സെക്കൻഡിന്റെ 100 വ്യത്യാസത്തിനാണ് അവർക്ക് ഈ മെഡൽ നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടത്. So this incident is often mentioned when we talk about PT Usha. അവരുടെ ഒരു ദൗർഭാഗ്യം എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആ ഒളിമ്പിക്സിലാണ് അത് ആദ്യമേ ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതും ആ ഒളിമ്പിക്സിൽ തന്നെയാണ് അവർക്ക് ആ മെഡൽ നഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നത്. സോ ആ ഒളിമ്പിക് മെഡൽ നേടിയ ഒരു ഇന്ത്യൻ കായിക താരം എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ബഹുമതി അവർക്ക് നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു. ഒളിമ്പ്യനാണ്, പക്ഷെ ഒളിമ്പിക് മെഡൽ നേടാൻ അവർക്ക് സാധിച്ചില്ല. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് about PT Usha. But she achieved a lot of other medals. She has become an international player. She has trained a lot of her students have become Olympic medal winners. So in this chapter, if you look at the picture, it is the picture of a very famous athlete called Jesse Owens. He is also an athlete. He is from യുണൈറ്റഡ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ്. ഒരു അമേരിക്കൻ അത്ലീറ്റ് ആണ് ജെസ്സി ഓവൻസ്. അപ്പോൾ അയാളെ കുറിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു നോട്ട് എ സ്റ്റോറി ആക്ച്വലി, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ആക്ച്വലി എ റിയൽ ലൈഫ് ഇൻസിഡൻറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദിസ് ഫേമസ് അത്ലീറ്റ് കോൾഡ് ജെസ്സി ഓവൻസ്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദി തീം ഓഫ് ദിസ് core text that we are going to learn. It is titled My Greatest Olympic Prize. We will take up this this real life incident, which is actually an autobiographical piece written by Jesse Owens himself. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ I എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ അയാൾ തന്നെയാണ്, ഓഥർ തന്നെയാണ്. So in an autobiography, the I is the speaker, is the author. So this is the chapter we'll be taking up in the next class. So with that, we come to the end of this session. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful afternoon. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.